Students, welcome to Ratio Module 2. I'm really happy to meet you in this lesson. This is Lesson 1. Lesson 1 is about finding unknown quantities in equivalent ratios. It sounds scary, but really it isn't. This is one of the easiest classes you'll encounter. And you do not use a calculator for this lesson. Okay, you already know this. A ratio is another way of comparing quantities like what we do with fractions. Ratio is their simplest. Ratios in their simplest form should be written as whole numbers with no units. They are written as A is to B. See the double dots? It's read as A is to B. Okay, we'll do a few variations of this equivalent ratios. Alright students, these are the objectives of this lesson. Number 1, finding unknown quantities in equivalent ratios. Number 2, expressing different ratios in the simplest form. Okay, ready? Let's get straight into it. Question 1, students, find the unknown quantity in the following ratios. 12 is to 30 equals to dash equals to 5. Okay, this one is really easy. We just have to learn how to set it up nicely so that you can follow the same concept for all the other problems that are similar. So let's write down 12 is to 30. And right below that, we write down dash is to 5. Okay, so now what we want to do here is we want to find the relationship between 30 and 5. And what's the relationship? If you would realize that when you divide 30 by 6, you would get 5, right? So divide 30 by 6 and you would get 5. So if you're dividing one side of the ratio by 6, you've got to do the same for the other side of the ratio. So 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay, so the dash is 2. So 12 is to 30 equals to 2 is to 5. And that is your final answer. Question 2, students, find the unknown quantity in the following ratios. 1/4 is to 5 over 6 equals to 6 is to dash. Now this question may look difficult at first sight, but it's really quite simple. You just have to do exactly what you did in question 1. And then we will play around with units a little bit and we can understand this a lot easier, a lot better. Step 1. Let's write it down the same way. 1/4 is to 5 over 6. And right below that, just like in question 1, 6 is to dash. So what is the first thing we do? We need to find the relationship between 1/4 and 6, right? So they are trying to tell us that 1/4 is represented by 6, right? So 1/4 unit equals to 6. So if 1/4 equals to 6, what about 4/4? Okay, 1/4 is represented by one box. So if 1/4 equals to 6, 4 boxes, which is equals to 4/4, is 4 times 6, or 6 times 4, which is equals to 24. So that is the relationship between 1/4 and 6. If you take 1/4 and you multiply it by 24, you get 6. So if you do that on the left side, you've got to do it on the other side as well. So take 5 over 6 and multiply it by 24. Let's do the maths behind it. 5 over 6 multiplied by 24. Cancel 6. You get 1. Cancel 24 divided by 6, you get 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Yes? So that is the answer. So we have to write 6 is to 20. So 1/4 is to 5 over 6 is equals to 6 is to 20. And that is your final answer. Well done. Question 3, students, express the following ratio in its simplest form. 2/5 of a meter is to 1.08 meters is to 12 cm. Now we've got to find the ratio for this in the simplest form. Remember that ratios in their simplest form must be in whole numbers and have no units. So let's set this one up. Step 1. Let's write it down first. I think the first thing I would encourage you to do is to convert 2/5 into a decimal. So that's going to give you 0.4 meters, right? And the rest is going to be the same. The next step I would encourage you to do is to convert everything into centimeters. So you're going to take 0.4 and multiply it by 100. You get 40 cm. Is to 1.08 is going to be 108 cm is to 12 cm. At this stage, to simplify further, you can get rid of all the centimeters and just play with the numbers. Let's first of all divide it by 2. When you divide it by 2, you get 20 is to 54 is to 6. Now let's divide everything by 20 again, by 2 again, my fault. Okay, by 2 again, and then you get 10 is to 27 is to 3. Can you simplify it any further? No, so that becomes your final answer. So that's your ratio. Alright students, we have done amazingly well in this lesson. We have come to the end of this class. Go and try out the quiz and I'm sure you will ace it. Go score!